Good morning, everyone. I hope you have a great day. First and foremost, thank you so much for your patience. The last few days, I've not been able to actually do daily videos on this channel because maybe you can't see it. We had a lot of snow the last few days. Then my neighbor has hip or leg hip or leg injury, which is why maybe you've seen it. I have to go with her dog on a daily walking session. So with kind of managing the snow in front of the house in Germany, you have to kind of shovel the snow away in front of the house. Plus, taking care of that dog. I have not been able to record these videos on a regular basis as much as I want to. Now I'm going to the dentist. I have 5 to 10 minutes time to record something, and that is why I kind of wanted to really quickly make this video. Kind of also not necessarily just to kind of excuse myself, but more importantly, to give an example of, making time or trying to squeeze in one of these videos in whatever you have to do. You do probably know, especially if you've been following my channel for a while, that these videos, I try to keep them as simple as possible and utilize the equipment that is the easiest as possible to manage squeezing in these videos. Yeah, of course, I've not been able to do that in the last few days, but I think it is very important to remind myself and everyone else to keep it as simple as possible so that you can fit in these videos into your day-to-day life. First and foremost, the why. I think it is really important to always remember why you are doing these videos. For me, it is to not only practice my deliverance when talking to the camera, but more importantly, also to kind of offload the thoughts that I have in my brain into a video file. I always kind of say that it is really important to take care of your mental health, either by kind of resetting your brain with retro gaming, for example. So whenever I have a big task, I like to do these 10 minutes chunks of retro gaming or reading a book to purposely reset my mindset so that I can get a fresh perspective on whatever I have to do. And retro gaming, in particularly with these small little handhelds, really helped me to kind of dive into a gameplay and then reset my mindset and then get back refreshed into whatever I have to do. And these vlogs or these videos that I'm doing help me the same way, because when I have an issue in my brain, and I think that is something that many people maybe don't really understand, because there is still somewhat of a stigma when it comes down to going to therapy. People think that therapy either doesn't help or is only there to solve an issue, a mental issue, but that's, from my personal perspective, not necessarily the case. And sometimes you also think when you leave the session that, oh, I was just talking, that dude or that woman wasn't even doing anything. But the actual task, from my personal perspective, which is also why I'm doing this, is whenever you have an issue in your brain, it is such a huge difference to kind of have that thought process linger in your head, and you go it over and over in your head, and it kind of gets somewhat convoluted in your brain. But the moment that you verbalize it and it comes out of your mouth and you try to communicate it in a way that another person understands it, that problem, you gain a completely different perspective on that problem, because since your brain needs to kind of explain it in a way that a different person or a video camera has to understand it, as soon as you try to do that, you get a totally different perspective on whatever is going on in your brain. And more importantly, once you offload it, you have the chance to not think about it. You know those times where you sit in bed and you keep thinking about that one thing. Whenever you, before you go to bed, either you talk it out into a video file, or that's the reason why people like to journal. You offload all of those thoughts onto a piece of paper in a way that you need to formulate sentences. Your brain has suddenly the capacity, oh, okay, now I don't need to think about it. I can go to bed. I can go to sleep. And that is the pure reason why I really like to do these daily videos, to not only practice filmmaking and talking in front of the camera, but more importantly, to offload my thoughts. So that is the why. And now to the tools. As I've been also repeatedly saying in these videos, I do this intentionally one take vlogs, obviously, to practice speaking in front of the camera, but more importantly, to kind of get rid of any kind of trip falls or things that my brain could use as an excuse not to do it. If you do it one take vlogs, you kind of remove that obstacle of, oh, I need to edit this, so that is why I'm probably just not going to do it. If you do it one take vlogs, yes, it's simple and it's not packaged the way you might need it to be for other people to enjoy it. But there is some form of authenticity in it. And yes, my videos are not successful, but it is all about the why that I just mentioned previously. And removing obstacles like editing will help you to build a habit of filming. Next up is the tool. I'm using the DJI Pocket 3, but you can also use your phone, an action camera, and kind of removing the obstacle. Oh, I need a big camera. Oh, I need a lens. Oh no, I have no idea how to use this big camera, are obstacles that will kind of prevent you from actually building a habit and making these videos. It is so important to make it as simplified as possible so that you can build a habit. And that is the main point when it comes down to saving money, when it comes down to working out, when it comes down to making these videos. Make it as simple as possible so that you can do it daily or as regularly as possible and build a habit, which then kind of helps you to build upon that habit. I also bring up this example of working out. Start with 10 push-ups each day, build the habit, and then slowly build up on that habit. Make working out something, become the person that works out. Just like as you have become the person that daily brushes their teeth, right? It's second nature. Brushing your teeth is second nature. So working out should also be second nature. Making these videos should be second nature. So make it as simple as possible, and then build a habit. I kind of lost the train of thought of that sentence. And yeah, now you know the why. Now you know how to make it as simple as possible, and hopefully you can start doing these videos as well. And yeah, I hope I can make these videos again a little bit more regularly. I really felt bad for the last few days, but it was just too much going on during the day. And it's so funny that even though I'm currently not doing a freelance job, having all of these responsibilities. So I totally understand people saying, oh, I have so many responsibilities, I cannot do this. Which is again why I'm saying do this as simple as possible. Although I didn't have a freelance job for the last few days, there was so much going on. Cleaning the house, walking that second dog, shoveling snow and stuff like that. So I understand when you are saying I have too many responsibilities, but that is the reason why you should make it as simple as possible, whatever you want to achieve. All right, that was my vlog for today. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe check out the last video that I did, it was about the Meta Quest 3S. You can see it up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. That way we see each other in the next video. Thank you very much.